question for Paul, but you know, it just allows the team to kind of get the monkey off their back early and really focus on you know, getting more wins rather than have to worry about points and all those things, because very little of that matters once you have a win. Obviously, you still want the seeding and all that you know, plays out at the end of the regular season, but race wins are better than that, you know, if you look at the points counting. So to be able to focus on that and be able to run the car and the team really hard and push it even further to the edge is always a good thing. I think maybe Paul can answer that a little better.
All right, we're going to go upstairs to the press box. Question. Go ahead, Lee.
Lee Spencer, RacingBoys.com. For Roger or Paul, your team's led 96 at 325 laps. Can you just talk about the development you did on the Mustang and how you felt your team's fared today, with the exception of what happened at the end? They looked like they were up front for, you know, a good part of the race.
Yeah, no, I think you know, we're excited about the new Mustang. Obviously, it's shown some good strength. I think not only at the speedways last week at Daytona, but you know, as we came here this weekend and saw, you know, how fast the Stewart-Haas cars were in qualifying, and then we were able to follow that up with some really strong cars today. There's still a lot to be learned. You know, the Mustang is a little different for us, and we're trying to figure that out. But with that being said, you know, the rules change for this year, and the new package is as much of a change. So we're excited about it. I think there's still a lot to be learned, and you know, anytime there's a massive rules change like this, like Brad talked about earlier, you know, there's a lot of opportunity there, and you know, we take a lot of pride in being able to get a head start on everyone. And it was good to see all the Team Penske cars lead laps today and run as strong as they did. So there's still a lot to learn. I think you'll see some different things at some different tracks as we move through the beginning part of the season here. But today was a good start for us for sure.
All right, any additional questions in the press box?
No questions.
Okay, come back downstairs, please.
Riley Stapleton, Prowler at Stars Mill. Brad, what role did changing track conditions, especially the shade of turns 1 and 2, what role did that play in you kind of creeping your way up to the front?
Yeah, I think without a doubt, you know, Atlanta, this is such a long race that you know, it goes through some pretty big mood swings, the track does, and you know, you have to stay on top of it. And, you know, the best I know to do is just relay what I was feeling to Paul and the team, and to let them adapt and adjust accordingly the best they know how. That's kind of where their wheelhouse is. And you know, for me, it got really hard in 1 and 2, and I think that's part of I ran over some debris. The glare in that corner was so awful, but the speed was all up against the high lane, so you know, you're kind of guessing where the wall's at there for, you know, a good 100 foot at 190 mile an hour. That's always a little bit of fun, but the changing track conditions are just part of it here at Atlanta every year, and it's whoever can fight them the best generally is going to come out on top.
All right, go ahead.
Mark Garrow, PRN. Brad, now that you've got a taste of this new package, what did you think of the restarts today, and how do you think that's going to play out now as you look ahead to Las Vegas, where everybody said this is where this new rule package is really going to come to light?
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of the few truck races I've ran over the last few years on a mile and a half. So, you know, getting the drafting right on the restart was really critical. Making the right lane choices and decisions, swapping the lanes at the right time, and kind of being able to predict all that is super, super critical, and I think we'll see that play out over races to come.
All right, as we continue questions, does anyone have a question specific for Roger? Bob. Okay, if I can take Bob, and then Roger will dismiss you.
Bob Harper's Fox Sports.
In the school.
Sorry.
That'd be wrong.
What do you want to see out of these racing packages? And from what you wanted to see, what did you see today that either made you like it or feel that it needed work?
Well, as I said earlier, I felt that I'd have to say a solid B. No one gets an A on their first exam, I don't think, but I'd say it's a solid B for NASCAR today, because there were drivers, Brad included, Sir Joey twice could come from the back and come up so he could pass cars. I thought one thing that was amazing to me was with someone on the high line, you could run the low line going into 2 and stay with him and drag him back going down the straightaway. There were some things that you don't see normally, you know, with a faster speed. So the cars seemed to be more under control. You didn't see any accidents, which maybe the fans like that. But I felt overall the package showed well, and to me, it's going to be interesting to see what happens at Las Vegas. But overall, it wasn't a crash fest, which everybody said it was going to be potentially. And to me, inspection process was good. It looks like there's a lot of equal cars running out there. It's going to come up to the drivers, and the strategy, which is what we want. And to me, we'll see how it plays out. But I was quite happy with the outcome personally for our team, and we'll look forward to see what happens in the next couple of weeks.